Good day everyone. Today is the 20th of May and the time is exactly 8 p.m. I have to attend this meeting. And before we proceed with our class for today, let us ask the Lord our God to guide us in this lesson. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Again, good day everyone. I am Joper Rodriguez. You can call me Mr. Rodriguez, and I will be your teacher. I will be your teacher for today's class. Am I being heard loud and clear?
Yes
Yes,
po.
sir.
Okay. Before we start, I just wanted to know how are you? How are you, children? Is everyone okay? How about you, Miss Resurrection?
Yes, sir. I'm good po.
Yeah, and that's nice to hear. How about you, Miss San Pedro?
Hello, sir. I'm also good. Same with Jhaysel, but a little bit busier these days.
Oh, it's nice to hear that you both are doing well. So aren't we all a little bit busy these days? So it's glad to hear that I'm not the only one busy. So before we proceed with our topic, let's have a pre-exercise first. So I have here certain situations that we are going to read and analyze. You'll choose which character you are in this situation. And read them with emotion. So are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
um, during this pre-exercises, during the reading of these situations, we are going to answer these two questions. So first is, what can you say about the underlined words? So there are underlined words in the following situations. And lastly, what did you notice about the following situations? Okay, please read the first situation. So who's going to be missing?
Me po, sir.
Okay, Miss Resurrection. So that means you, Miss San Pedro, is the mother. You may read the situation.
Mom, can I have some chocolates?
No, Missy, you'll spoil your appetite.
How about after dinner?
All right, but just a little bit.
Okay, now for the second situation. Miss San Pedro, please read the part of Mary, and Miss Resurrection, please read the part of Rose.
Rose, would you help me in cleaning the house?
Sure, I will sweep then mop the floor.
Okay, I will change the curtains.
Well done. So for this last sentence, Miss Resurrection will read the part of Maria, and Miss San Pedro will be the teacher.
Shall I close the door, ma'am?
Yes, do close the door. Please close the windows too. The busy air is entering the room.
Sure thing, ma'am.
Okay, well done, children. So, what are these situations about? So, let us go back to the first question. What can you say about the underlined word? Um, San Pedro, what can you say about the underlined words?
Sir, I think they are verbs po.
Yes, you are right, Miss San Pedro. But what kind of verbs? So, let's proceed with the next slide. They are modal verbs. Miss Resurrection, will you please read what modal verbs are?
Modal verbs is an auxiliary verb that expresses necessity or possibility. This include must, shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, and might.
All right. So these verbs expresses necessity or possibility. So now that we've answered the first questions, um, let's answer the second one. So what did you notice about the following situations? Miss Resurrection, what did you notice about these situations?
Sir, I noticed that they are asking questions.
Yeah, they are asking questions, but how about you, Miss San Pedro?
Sir, I think it has something to do with permissions and the such.
Yes, very good observation. So, and you are right, Miss Resurrection, but I am looking for the answer of Miss San Pedro, which is it has something to do with permissions and such. So our lesson for today is going to be about permission request and offer. So at the end of this lesson, you are expected to define permission requests and offers. Number two is determine the difference between permission requests and offers. And lastly, learn on how to construct permission, make requests, and make offers. So let us now proceed with defining these terms. Permission requests and offers. Do you have any idea what these terms are, Miss and Pedro?
Sir, I think permission is something that we ask from someone with validation. Request is when we ask for uh, help, or offer is giving something.
Oh, okay. So how about you, Miss Resurrection?
Um, I think we ask permission po when we ask for someone's validation. Request is when we ask for help or a favor, and offer po is um, or offering to help someone.
Okay, so those are very good answers. So in here, permission is defined as a consent or an authorization. So it is something that we ask from someone with authority. So you are both right. And request, on the other hand, is it pertains on an act of asking politely or formally for something. So again, you are both correct that it is asking for help. And lastly, offer is defined as an expression of readiness to give or do something if desired. So you both are also right in this that it gives or it offers help to other people. So knowing the definitions of these terms, let us go back to the previous to the three previous situation earlier. So what do you think each of this situation referred to? So is situation one permission, request, or offer? Miss and Pedro, what do you think? Is it permission, request, or offer?
Sir, I think it's request.
Okay, request. So I don't think so. Can you read again the situation? Like, analyze it carefully?
Oh, sorry, I think it's permission. Yeah, permission.
Yeah, all right. It is permission because Missy is asking her mom if she can eat some chocolate. So, okay, let's move on to the second situation. So, what do you think it is, Miss Resurrection? Is it permission, request, or offer?
Sir, I think it is a request po.
Yes, very good. So it is right. The second one is a request because Mary is asking Rose to help her clean the house. So she is requesting Rose's help to clean the house. So then the last one, the third one, refers to an offer. So Maria is asking the teacher if she could close the door. Yeah. So she is offering the teacher if she should close the door. So is everything clear with our pre-exercises? Is
Yes
it
po, sir.
understandable?
Yes po.
So are you sure? Do you have any questions, inquiries whatsoever?
No questions po, sir.
Okay, let us now proceed with this short narrative. So, Miss and Pedro will read the part of Anne, and I will read the part of the teacher, and Miss Resurrection will read both the part of Joy and the part of the grandma. So, it is the end of the school year, and Anne is not yet finished with her science project. This night, the night before the deadline, she messaged her teacher.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Anne. May I help you with something?
I messaged you to ask, could I submit the project past the deadline?
Yes, you can submit it late, though. I will give you certain deductions for that. The next morning, Anne forgot her pencil case at home. She then proceeded in asking her friend for a pen.
Hello, Joy. I forgot my pencil case at home. Can I borrow one of yours?
Sure, but please be gentle in using them.
Thank you. I promise to handle it carefully.
Later that day, as she was going home, she saw an old lady carrying heavy baskets of fruits.
Good afternoon, Lola. Shall I carry those for you?
Yes, dear. Would you help me in bringing these home too?
Yes, Lola, I will gladly do so.
So Anne helped the old lady in bringing her baskets home. She then proceeded in going home with some of the fruits the lady gave her as a token of appreciation. So have you understand the narrative?
Yes po.
Yes, po.
Yes. It is very understandable. It's very easy. So um, let us proceed in finding the part where they ask permission first. So in this narrative, they ask permission. So, as we defined earlier, permission is a consent or authorization. So, Miss Resurrection, what here exhibits asking for permission in this part of the narrative?
Um, may I help you with something?
Nice try, Miss Resurrection, but it is wrong. So, how about you, Miss and Pedro? What do you think is the permission here?
Oh, could I submit the project past the deadline po?
Yes, that is right. So now, the one that Miss Resurrection Sir said earlier, may I help you with something, is an offer. So we will discuss that in a bit. So the permission is in this narration, San Pedro is correct. Could I submit the project past the deadline? So the rule here goes like this. There. That is the permission. So the rule goes like this. So the modal verb can, could, and may is followed by the subjective pronoun I and then followed by the main verb. So here are some examples. Can I have some cookies? So can you see that the what do you call this, the rule, can, the modal verb can followed by the subjective pronoun I and then the main verb, then the rest of the sentence. Okay, so let's have another example. Could I have your attention, sir? So in here we changed the modal verb to could. So could I have your attention, sir? So modal verb plus subjective pronoun I, and then the main verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Okay. Lastly, may I go out? So just like the rule, the what do you call this? The modal verb may followed by the subjective pronoun I, and then the main verb. So go. May I go out? So are we still clear with the rule, class? The modal verb can, could, and may is followed by the subjective pronoun I, and then followed by the main verb. Are we clear with that?
Yes po.
Okay, we are clear with that. So now here are the modals that we can use in forming permission. So can, could, and may. So just please take note that can is informal. It is used very often. So could is somewhat neutral. So it is more formal than can. And may is the most formal of them all. Um, it is the most polite way in asking for permission. So, is that clear? Are we clear with that? Are we clear with
Yes
this
po.
Yes po.
figure? Okay, so let's have a practice. I want you to construct an example of permission. Um, just one example, only one. I don't want you to construct many examples. So just construct one example using this rule. So are we clear with that?
Yes po,
Yes po.
sir.
Okay. I am going to give you 2 minutes. Then I'm going to check what you made. So are you finished in constructing one permission?
Yes po.
Okay, so let us start with Miss San Pedro. What have you come up with?
Can I ask you something?
So, can I ask you something? It's like this, right?
Yes po.
Okay, so do you think did you follow the rule?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so for this you are right. So how about you, Miss Resurrection?
May I leave?
May I leave? So do you think, Miss Resurrection, you followed the rule?
I think yes po.
So okay, very good. The rule is followed. So You both are right. Let us proceed with finding the request in the narrative earlier. So, as defined earlier, request is it is an act of asking politely or formally for something. So, Miss and Pedro, what do you think is the request here?
I think, can I borrow one of yours?
Yes, so that is correct. So Anne is requesting Joy to lend her a pen. So that one of yours is referring to a pen. So how about you, Miss Resurrection? There. Um, yeah, there. Can I borrow one of yours? You are correct, Miss San Pedro. How about you, Miss Resurrection? What do you think is the request in here in this part of the narrative?
Um, would you help me in bringing these home too?
Okay, yes, you are right, Miss Resurrection. So the grandma is requesting help in bringing her baskets home. So you are both correct, and you are such a splendid students. Now let us move forward to the rules of request. So the rule for request goes like this. So the modal verb can and could is followed by either subjective pronoun you and I, and then the main verb. Do you get it, guys? Modal
Yes
verb,
po.
yeah. Modal verb can and could, followed by the subjective pronoun you and you or I, and then the main verb. So here are some examples. So, can you help me carry my bags? So in here we can see the the modal verb can, followed by the subjective pronoun you, and then followed by the main verb and the rest of the sentence. Let's have another example. So in here, so where's my mouse? So could I see your ticket? So it is it started with the modal verb could, followed by the subjective pronoun I, and then the main verb and the rest of the sentence. The third one is can I borrow your mom? So just like the rule, um, modal verb plus subjective pronoun I and then the main verb. So lastly is could I see your ticket? So just like it follows the rule. The first is the modal verb could, followed by the subjective pronoun I, and then oh, it I think it got repeated. Yeah, I think it is a technical thing. So that's that. We have only three examples for that. So do you understand the rule for this one, for this for the first rule of request? Modal verbs can and could, followed by either subjective pronoun you and I, and then the main verb. Is it clear?
Yes
Yes
po.
po.
Okay, so let us proceed with another rule. So the modal verb will and could is followed by the subjective pronoun you, and then the main verb. So examples are here. Will you carry this for me? So as we can see, the modal verb will, followed by the subjective pronoun you, and then the main verb. So if you can see that subjective pronoun I is not in here, because I think that it is grammatical, it will be wrong in requests when we use the modal verbs will and could. So just like this, will I carry this for me? Like I think that is very confusing. That is very confusing, and that sentence is wrong. So the second example is, would you show me where the bus station is? So like that. We have two examples for this. So do you get this rule? The modal verb will and could is only followed by subjective pronoun you and then the main verb. Do you get it,
Yes
guys?
po. Yes, sir.
So everything is clear.
Yes po.
Okay, so I have another rule, but it is not commonly used in the US English. So it is, would you mind? Then followed by the verb in the ing form. So here are some examples. So, would you mind telling me where is this restaurant located? And second one is, would you mind showing us around? As you can see, would you mind followed by the verb in the ing form telling me where the restaurant is located. So it is very formal. It sounds very formal. I think it is commonly used in the United Kingdom. So that's that. We have what do you call this? Three rules in request, but we are not going to focus here. I just give this as an bonus rule. Okay. So have you understand all of the rules? Do you understand this rule and the others?
Yes po.
So do you have any clarifications, any questions,
None so far,
reactions?
sir.
None so far po.
Okay, so now here are the modals we can use in forming requests. So please take note that can is informal, will is also informal, but it is much formal than can. Could is somewhat in the middle, it is neutral. Would is more formal than could, and would you mind is the most formal of them all, but it is commonly used in the United Kingdom. So is this graph do you understand this graph? It is everything clear with this figure?
Yes po.
So
Yes po.
okay, so let us proceed with a practice just like before. You are going to create an example, but this time it is going to be requests. So I will give you 2 minutes again for this one. Just one rule again. Just one. I don't want you constructing many. Okay, timer starts now. Okay, I think you are done. Am I correct? Because I saw you are not writing na. Am I right? Is everyone done?
Yes po.
Okay. So let us see what you come up with. So let us start with Miss Resurrection first.
Mm-hmm. Could you help me with this problem?
Okay, could you help me with this problem? Is this correct? Could you help me with this problem?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that it followed the rule?
Yes, yes po.
Yes, you are correct. You followed the rule, and this statement is correct. It is a request. So, how about you, Miss San Pedro?
Uh, can you show me where the bathroom is?
Okay, can. Oh, wait. Can you show me where the bathroom is? It's like this.
Yes po, yes po.
Okay, do you think it followed the rule?
Yes, I think.
Yes, you are correct. It followed the rule. So, um, it is very what do you call this? Commendable that you both are getting the lessons very well. So now let us proceed in finding. Oh, I'm sorry. In finding the offer in this narrative, in the narrative before. So as we said earlier, offer is an expression of readiness to give or do something if desired. So, what Miss Resurrection said earlier, so this one, may I help you with something, is actually an offer. So, it is an offer because the teacher is offering an help. Okay, so let us proceed with the next one. What? How about this, Miss Resurrection? What do you think is the offer here?
Shall I carry those for you?
Okay, you are right. Shall I carry those for you? So very good, Miss Resurrection. So Anne is offering the old lady, the Lola, to help in helping carrying in helping in carrying um the basket of fruits. So you are absolutely correct. It is an offer. So moving on with the role of offer. So it goes like this. So modal verb can, could, may, and shall is followed by the subjective pronoun I and the main verb. So let me repeat that. Modal verb can, could, may, and shall is followed by the subjective pronoun I and then the main verb. So here are some examples. So in here, we use the modal verb can followed by the subjective pronoun I and the main verb help. So can I help you with that? It is followed by this example, could I help you with something? So again, we use the modal verb could followed by the subjective pronoun I and then the main verb help and then the rest of the sentence. The third example is, may I help you? So we use the modal verb may, followed by the subjective pronoun I, and then the main verb and the rest of the sentence. Lastly, shall I carry it for you? Just like the rule. Shall for the modal verb, I subjective pronoun, and carry for the main verb. So do you understand? Are this example enough? Oh, so sorry. Is it enough?
Yes po.
Do you understand it very well?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, so let us proceed with the other rule in making offers. So in this, the structure is a bit different. So the subjective pronoun I is followed by the modal verb will and then the main verb. Okay? So this one is a direct offer. Okay? It is not a question. It is a statement. It is a direct offer. Yeah. So here are some examples. I will carry those for you. I will carry those for you. The subjective pronoun I, then followed by the modal verb will, and then the main verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Okay, another example is I will drive you home. So as you can see, they are not asking questions. So if you want this as a question, but still an offer, you will say, shall I drive you home? Or mm, shall I carry those for you? Just like that. So now the main difference between this other rule is that the sentence structure is different. So the subjective pronoun I is at the beginning. So now here are the modals of offers that can be used in making offers. So please take note that can is informal and will is also informal but much more formal than can. Could is somewhat neutral, it is in the middle. May is formal and shall is the most formal of them all. So is everything clear with this model of offers?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions or clarifications, reactions?
None po,
None
sir.
so far po.
So okay, if that's so, let us have a practice. Just like before, with permission and request, I want you to create an example of an offer. So please construct one example, just one, using this rule. This. Okay, time is up. Let us start with you, Miss San Pedro. What have you come up to? Let us see.
May I draw that for you?
Okay, may I draw that for you? Just like this?
Yes po.
Okay, do you think that you follow the rule?
Yes, sir.
Do you think it is correct?
Yes po.
Yes, you are absolutely correct, Miss San Pedro. How about you, Miss Resurreccion?
I will help you with the activity.
I will help you with the activity. Just like this, right?
Yes po.
Okay, I will help you with the activity. Do you think that you followed the rule?
Yes po.
Do you think it is correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely. You're correct, Miss Resurrection. So, congratulations to the both of you. Um, I think that you understand very well the rules, all of the rules. So, I do think that you understand the topic very well. So, are you ready for an activity? Don't you
Yes
worry,
po, sir.
it is easy. So you are ready, yeah? Yeah, you're ready.
Yes po.
Okay, so now let's have an activity. Oh, there. So here are the directions for the activity. A. Determine if the following sentences are asking permissions or making requests and offers. And the second one is construct a sentence that asks for permission, makes requests, and offers. So what you've constructed earlier will not be, you can't use that in this activity. You must construct again another one. Just one for each of the for permission, for requests, and for offers. So I will give you 10 minutes, I think, for this to answer this. 10 minutes. Okay, the timer starts now. Okay, can you raise your hands if you are done? Hello? Are you done?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, you are done. So let us check. Let us check this activity. So the first one, here are the answers. Oh, I think it's lagging. Okay, here are the answers. So number one is permission. So number two, what do you think it is, Miss San Pedro? Number two, I will give
Offer
you
po.
a lift home offer. So
Offer.
let's check. Okay, it is an offer. So number three, could you open the door for me, Miss Resurreccion? What do you think it is? Could you open the door for me?
Request po.
Okay, it is a request. You're right. So can you do me a favor? It is a request. And lastly, can I leave? Can I leave now? It, yeah. Can I leave now? It is a permission. So I think you got high scores in here. But let's check um, the following the part B of this activity. Oh, what happened? So in permission, Miss San Pedro, what did you write?
May I go to the party? Yeah.
May I go to the party? It's like this.
Yes po, yes.
So it followed the rule. Do you think it is right?
Yes po.
Okay, it is absolutely right. You are right, Miss San Pedro. So how about you, Miss Resurrection?
May I sleep at your house?
May I sleep at your house? So it followed the rule. Do you think it is correct?
Yes po.
Okay, it is correct. So let's move on to the requests. What have you right, Miss San Pedro?
Could you answer this for me?
Could you answer this for me? It's like this.
Yes po.
Okay, it followed the rule. Do you think it is correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are absolutely right, Miss San Pedro. How about you, Miss Resurrection? What did you write?
Will you help?
Will you help?
No. Will you help with the project tomorrow?
Will you help with the project tomorrow? Will you help with the project tomorrow? Okay, will you help with the project tomorrow? It followed the rule. Do you think it is correct?
No, sir.
Do you think it is correct?
Yes po.
Yes, it is correct. You are absolutely right, Miss Resurrection. So, lastly, for the offer. So, what have you right, Miss Resurrection?
I will make you dress for the dance.
Okay, I will make your dress for the dance. Just like this. I no. It's period.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is a direct offer. You follow the rules. Do you think it's correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are correct, Miss Resurrection. So, for the last one, what about you, Miss Pedro? What did you write?
Shall I drive you to the store?
I drive you to the store. Okay, it followed the rule. Do you think it is correct?
Yes po.
Okay, you both got, I think, high scores. Because you've got all the requests, offers, and permission. You've constructed it all right. You are all correct. So that will be all for today. Thank you very much for attending our session for today. So, congratulations. You are very good. Very good indeed. I think both of you got high grades. So, again, congratulations. But please do submit your scores in our MS Teams. Okay, together with your papers. I want to see them. What you write. Okay?
Yes po,
Yes po,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you very much again for attending this class. And may the Lord bless us all. Thank you again and goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.